Welcome to another edition of Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we have coming up for you. The Shelby Township Police Department needs your help in locating a man who allegedly broke into a home. After the stabbing last week in Utica, our police chief has a message to keep residents safe. With school back in session, we want to make sure you are obeying traffic laws. These are just some of the stories we have on this edition of Shelby This Week. The Shelby Township Police Department needs your help in locating someone. A house on St. John Street in Shelby Township was broken into. This video from the department shows the thief kicked in the side door to the house. The homeowner says the thief took jewelry and rolled coins. If you have any information about this, contact Sergeant Rice at the police department. His number is 586-731-2121, extension 308. A Sterling Heights man has been charged in the stabbing death of a grandfather in a Utica park. Miguel Mansour was arraigned from the Macomb County Jail where he is being held. Mansour pled not guilty to first-degree murder charges in the death of Michael Sheretta. Sheretta was attending his one-year-old grandchild's birthday party at Grant Park in Utica. He approached Mansour, who was doing drugs, and asked him to leave the park area and get away from the children. Mansour allegedly stabbed Sheretta at least 15 times. Shelby Township's police department was called to the park to help Utica officers at the scene. While this is a very rare and unfortunate situation, Police Chief Robert Chalide has a message to residents if they ever come across this situation.
You can't say anything to anybody anymore. I'm very just concerned for our residents and people out there. There's so many crazy people out there and sick people out there, not specifically in Shelby Township, just in general. You know what I mean? So unless you're armed and prepared to defend what you have to say, I wouldn't say anything to anyone. And if you have to say something, pick up the phone, call the police, let them handle it. And, you know, simple as that. Or leave. But I wouldn't say anything to anybody. It's not worth it. Not worth your life.
Mansour is being held in the Macomb County Jail without bond. Shelby Township received its 2017 audit, and it's something residents should be proud of. Plant Ann Moran outlined an increase in revenue for the township and a continued commitment to budgeting as a force behind the community's financial stability. The audit showed an increase in revenue of more than $15.9 million in governmental funds in 2017. The money is comprised of the just over $14 million transfer to the general fund from the sale of Shelby Manor apartment complex. It also contains a 1.8% increase in property tax revenue and $800,000 in revenue from permit fees associated with large projects like the Amazon Fulfillment Center. This is good news for residents in the township because taxes will not be increased.
Other communities that haven't done the process reforms that we've done here in Shelby are going to be at risk for tax increases. So we haven't raised the millage since 2008, the percentage that people pay on the value of their homes, and they're not at risk for that now. So this is the kind of thing that says, okay, we're fiscally solvent. So neighboring communities, based on the new rules that are coming down from the state treasury, are going to have to take a real hard look at the services they offer or take a hard look at raising taxes. And fortunately in Shelby, that's not going to happen. So that's the real thing to get excited about if you're a resident and you follow this, is that, hey, I'm in good shape and my taxes aren't going to go up.
School is back in session. As students across the country begin their studies, it's important as drivers to be reminded of the rules of the road, especially when it comes to school buses. Here's April Morton with more.
As students return to school, police would like to remind drivers to use caution while in school zones.
We want the drivers to follow the signs. If it's a school zone, slow down, follow all the rules, obey the laws. No passing of the buses, no passing on the shoulders. Make sure you stop.
Drivers must come to a complete stop in both directions when the red stop sign is extended on the bus, and police are working with local schools to catch anyone breaking the law, which comes with pretty hefty fines.
We're working together. It's a collaborative effort to make sure that we address those drivers that are violating the laws and are not paying attention. The fines are always much higher, and so are the points.
Much higher indeed. The fine for failing to stop for a school bus is over $250 and 3 points on your license. The main thing that officials would like for drivers to remember is no texting and driving. Plan ahead of time, slow down, and be patient. For Shelby This Week, I'm April Morton.
One of your most important responsibilities is protecting your information. Stacy Sansatera sits down with Shelby Township's police chief to talk about how you can keep your information safe.
There's a new way to rip people off, and no more are they sticking guns in your faces or grabbing your purse or even coming into your home. I mean, that still goes on, but at a much lower clip than it used to. Right now, this is the way that they're ripping everybody off on the computers.
And with so many scams in our world today, protecting ourselves can seem overwhelming. Did you know that identity theft is one of the fastest growing crimes in America? And it all begins with someone illegally obtaining your social security number to assume your identity in order to commit all sorts of financial fraud.
You don't want to be ripped off, and neither do I. So you have to monitor and watch your stuff closely.
Monitor and watch your stuff closely. And this applies to all age groups. For example, the Social Security cards we obtained for our newborn children. How do we keep those numbers safe?
Grab the number, lock it away somewhere, and there's no reason to pull it out. And if you pull it out for a form or a passport, whatever, transcribe it, send it in, and put it right back where it is. There's no reason to carry it around. There's no reason to publicize it, for any reason.
By obtaining your Social Security number, identity thieves have the easiest path to do the greatest damage. This could include stealing your money and obtaining services in your name. And who are the most vulnerable?
We really have to watch our elderly people, our parents, our aunts and uncles, and make sure they're not being ripped off.
And any kind of identity theft can bring with it a handful of problems and a huge mess to clean up.
I sign into all my accounts on a daily basis. Everybody should be doing that. Okay, and looking and seeing, making sure. You want to find out 2 weeks later that you've been getting ripped off for 2 weeks, or you want to find out that day that there was a charge last night that wasn't yours? Well, you check through the credit reporting services. You can check online. Experian has a ad I just saw the other day. It's free. You can go on, put your information in, and they'll let you know. They'll even let you know if your stuff is being used on the dark web at all or trying to be sold. So they have ways to check on that. So check with the credit reporting services. They all have information on their website to check for that.
The bottom line, when asked, don't tell. Remember, only share your Social Security number when absolutely necessary. And if you think there is anything suspicious going on, be sure to report it quickly to the Federal Trade Commission. For more information on protecting your identity, visit identitytheft.gov. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
A reminder from the Treasurer's Office, your summer taxes are due. This Friday, September 14th by 5 p.m., all taxes must be paid to the Shelby Township Treasurer's Office. Here are some of the ways to make it easy for you to pay. You can pay online at shelbytwp.org/treasurer or by phone, toll-free at 844-701-5086. If you pay by these options, there are some fees associated with charging it or using your debit card. You can drop your payment off at the drop box on 24 Mile Road exit and the north entrance of the municipal building. You can mail a check to 52700 Van Dyke Avenue, Shelby Township, Michigan 48316. All payments must be in or postmarked by September 14th. Fifth Third Bank branches in Shelby Township are also accepting payment by cash or check. Or you can pay in person at the municipal offices with cash, check, credit, or debit. Remember to pay them by this Friday. Still ahead on Shelby This Week, we have your Week 3 game highlights for Utica and Eisenhower. The Shelby Township Police Department is looking for a cadet. Learn how you can apply. Thinking about going organic in your home? Well, we talked to one store owner who can help create your own natural products.
Come down to the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center, October 19th and 20th. from 6 to 9 p.m. for the Haunted Nature Center. For ages 3 and up, pre-registration is highly recommended. Check out the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center's Facebook page for pictures to determine whether it is appropriate for your child. All children should be accompanied by an adult. So come down to the Haunted Nature Center.
The Utica Chieftains were on the road this week against Utica Ford. The Chieftains went into week 3 with a 2-0 record. Ike went into this week with a 1-1 record, but that didn't stop them from giving it their all on the field. Here are your week 3 game highlights.
Two teams trying to get their first win as Utica travels to Ford to take on the Falcons. Early on in the first, Alex Wells on a draw makes half of the Chieftain defense miss, finally being dragged down at the 44-yard line of Utica. DeJohn McKing and McGuire Palicki combining on this sack and holding Ford to just a field goal. Zach Keene connecting with Christian Gegovic, running through some arm tackles. Then spins his way into daylight, all the way down the sidelines for a 48-yard touchdown. They would miss the extra point, bringing the score to 6-3. Ford trying to put some points on the board before the half. Chance Kirkwood to Tavon Thompson. Falcons in the red zone on the 2-yard line of Utica. Chance Kirkwood hooking up again with Tavon Thompson for the touchdown. The extra point was good, and Ford led at the half 10-6. Second half, Jeremy Tadas and hits a 44-yard field goal, bringing the score to 13-6. Utica trying to make something happen. Zach Keene back to pass. Throws. But into the outstretched hands of Colin Toon. And he's down the sidelines. Nobody's going to catch him. Pick 6. Now Utica driving. Zach Keene finds Christian Gegovic into the red zone of the Ford Falcons. Down to the 18-yard line. But their drive would end in an interception. Ford would take over. Chance Kirkwood. Nice wide receiver screen here to Joey Sorgi III. Dancing around Utica defenders. Finally being brought down. The drive continuing into the fourth quarter. Alex Wells muscling in from 3 yards out to make it 27-6. Ford. Late in the fourth, Alex Wells gets his second touchdown to bring us to our final score. Henry Ford Falcons 34, Utica Chieftains 6.
The Eisenhower Eagles have their first home game of the season against MAC Red Division foe Chippewa Valley. Chippewa Valley up 7-0 in the first quarter, and quarterback Blake Rastigue with the keeper, tying the game up at 7 apiece. Second quarter, Big Red's quarterback Tommy Schuster throws a perfect pass to Daniel Stout to give them back the lead. But Ike answers right back with a bomb from Rastigue to Ian Kennelly, and he is gone, tying the game back up 14-14. Tommy Schuster with the keeper looking to score, but he fumbles at the 1-yard line, and Ike recovers. But the Big Reds would get possession back within a few plays, setting up this 6-yard touchdown run by David Ellis. Check out this crazy play by the Eagles offense. Rastigue with the first down pass to Massimo D'Aristotle. He breaks a tackle, and the ball is stripped, but D'Aristotle falls right back on it, and it would set up a field goal to make it 24-17 Chippewa Valley. But the craziness continues on the ensuing kickoff. David Ellis of the Big Reds shows off his speed, and he would not be denied as he returns this one for 89 yards and the touchdown. The Eagles not giving up just yet as Rastigue scores his second rushing touchdown of the game. But ultimately the Big Reds would take this one with a final score of 45-24. Eisenhower looks to bounce back next week as they take on the 2-1 Romeo Bulldogs at Runkle Field.
The Shelby Township Police Department is looking for cadets. Applications for the Police Cadet program are now being accepted. Candidates must be at least 21 years or older. They must possess a driver's license and have a good driving record. Cadets participating in this program will be given the training required to progress into a position of patrol officer. Cadets will be trained and assigned jobs such as completing police reports, assistance with fleet services, and ride-alongs. If you are interested in applying, visit shelbytwp.applicantpro.com/jobs. School may be back in session, but that does not mean the summer fun activities have to stop. With the weather scheduled to cool down, it's the perfect time to make it out to the Shelby Township Farmers Market. Every Saturday from now until October 27th, the Packard Proving Grounds is home to the Shelby Township Farmers Market. It's a great way to shop locally and support people in the community. Fresh fruits and vegetables are for sale along with other fresh items. The Farmers Market runs rain or shine from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. September is Hunger Action Month, and Kroger stores across the country are encouraging customers, employees, and community members to purchase food and donate it to a local food bank. The hashtag Zero Hunger, Zero Waste donation campaign challenges people to educate and inspire others to purchase food for people in need. Kroger's Group Vice President of Corporate Affairs said 1 in 8 Americans struggle with hunger every day, while 40% of the food produced in the country goes uneaten, which includes the food we waste. We sometimes create in our households and kitchens. It's an absurdity we can all address in a big and small ways. To participate in the challenge, all you have to do is donate a bag of groceries to a local food bank or shelter during the month of September. Post your photo on social media using the hashtag Zero Hunger, Zero Waste. Tag a friend and challenge them to donate food to their local food bank or shelter. Kroger was able to donate more than 325 million meals in 2017 through Feeding America. The company aims to donate 3 billion meals by 2025. Going green in your home can be done by incorporating a few natural products to your everyday life. One local store owner explains the benefits of going organic with items you use. Choices Organic Bath & Body right here in Shelby Township offers a variety of products you can't find anywhere else. Their approach to organic, natural products offers customers comfort because they know exactly what they are getting.
So we try to be very conscientious of where we get our ingredients. We demand lab analysis for everything. And we want to keep you safe.
Knowing all the ingredients of the products makes Helga comfortable with what she is providing for customers. And while everyone is very pro essential oils, Helga sells herbal oils, which can be used for pain.
We combine those to address any kind of issues that you might have. And it's a safer way. It's not as concentrated. It's nature at its finest.
Along with the herbal oils, people can also pick up makeup.
We were forced to make our own mineral makeup because some of the commercially available mineral makeup contains ingredients that are actually irritants to the skin. So we combine titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. Zinc is used for baby rashes, diaper rashes, and then we color it with different clays to get the color that you need. And we'll make them for you right on the spot.
If you are just looking to freshen up your home, Helga offers a useful tip to make it smell fresh and clean.
The best way to freshen up your house without having to use any kind of diffuser is to just use it around the products that are used all the time. So you just use a little essential oil and you put it in here, and the cardboard absorbs it. And you put your toilet paper on the wall, and every time you spin it, there you go.
Find all these organic products at Choices Organic Bath & Body on Hayes Road right here in Shelby Township. Coming up next, the Township is looking for you to get creative and submit a scarecrow. Coming up on Shelby This Week.
The stresses of everyday life can get to everyone in one way or another. For some, they can get away by reading a book. get lost in a virtual world. And for others, go somewhere for vacation. All to relieve stress and enjoy the beauty of life. But if that doesn't work for you or don't have the time for a vacation yet, there's a little piece of stress-free heaven closer than you think. The Riverbends Park and Highland Ponds is a combined 1,100-acre nature preserve for your enjoyment. With trails for walking, jogging, hiking, and biking, there is no shortage of natural beauty to be found in the Riverbends and Highland Ponds. For those who want to do something more intensive, there are fields of various sports, from baseball to softball to soccer, tennis, along with skateboarding. Riverbends has you covered to enjoy the nice sunny day full of fun. Riverbends and Highland Ponds are close to home, but have the sense of being far away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Remember, if you ever need some time to get away from everything or spend some time with your friends at one of our pavilion areas, Riverbends Park and Highland Ponds is close to having that up-north feeling right in your backyard. For more information, call the Nature Center at 586-323-2478 or the Shelby Township Parks Recreation and Maintenance at 586-731-0300.
Get those creative juices flowing because the Shelby Township Parks Recreation and Maintenance Department is launching a contest. The department is looking for handmade scarecrows. They will be on display at the municipal campus at 24 Mile and Van Dyke. They will be there from October 17th until October 26th. The scarecrows can be made with any material, but they will be exposed to the weather. Entries must be submitted by Monday, October 1st. You can bring in your entry form to the Parks, Recreation, and Maintenance Department, or you can email the form to Jessica at jthomas@shelbytwp.org. There is no cost to enter. The department is asking that all scarecrows be in good taste and appropriate viewing for the public and families. No adult, political, or religious themes. No frightening, scary, violent, gruesome, or bloody entries. All scarecrows must be delivered to the Parks, Recreation, and Maintenance Department by October 15th. They must be tagged with the family's name or individual's name submitting it. And all the materials to hang the scarecrow must be submitted as well. The winner will be announced at the Monstrous Movie Night on October 26th. The Seroptimus International of Greater Macomb will host a walk and run right here in Shelby Township. On Sunday, September 16th, the organization is asking people from the community to come out and support their cause. The Seroptimus International is a nonprofit organization for women who work to improve the lives of women and girls. Their Walk and Run 5K will support their educational awards, which they present every year to a woman in the community. The money will also raise awareness and promote prevention measures when it comes to human trafficking in Macomb County.
They should come out to support the community, to support women and girls. We're a lot of fun.
The race starts at 9 a.m., but registration will begin at 8:30 a.m. The 5K will happen at Riverbends Park. On race day, registration will be $30 for anyone over the age of 18. Everyone under 18 will pay $25. The organization is offering a special discount price for people who mention they saw Bev on Shelby TV. That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. Thanks for watching.